Hi guys and welcome. So today is Saturday, November 23rd, and I did end up getting a few extra stamp sets just to finish out my craft show projects. And so these are the two that I did get. We're going to go through Peaceful Season today, and we'll probably do one of a kind next weekend as long as I have the time, with it being a holiday weekend and all in the US. All right, so Peaceful Season. It's mostly words, but there is dies that go along with it. So let's go ahead. I'll stamp these on white. But I think this time, knowing that I'm going to be doing a lot of cards, I think I'm going to stamp these on the basic beige. That way I have some tags in that to go for the cards that I'm doing. So let me grab out a couple of, we're going to need this for the longer one. We might need this one. And let's see. And then we'll probably need a couple of these sizes from over here too as well. All right. So let's go ahead and show you some of these stamp sets. Now, the stamp set is 19 stamps, and then there's 8 dies. All right, so let's just they're photopolymer, which is nice. So let's just go ahead, let's grab one of our I can't finish a thought. It's not that my mind is frozen, but what a change in the weather here in the Chicagoland area. All right, let's just go ahead. Thinking I didn't really condition these. Usually I'll rub these on a brown paper sack. I haven't done that yet, especially with this solid one, but we'll see how it turns out. So let's go ahead and press that one down. Looks pretty good. Of course, I got ink all over myself. I mean, heaven forbid that I would go through an stamping session and not have ink on me. All right, let me go ahead. I have out my magnetic and my little photo frame where I can put all of my stamps and dies until they're ready to get cleaned or put away. Now, a lot of these, a lot of good sayings. Again, I love using this basic beige. It really turns out nicely for layering on any sort of cardstock. So, really happy with that. Let's go ahead. Make sure I'm doing the right size, and I'm kind of putting these a little bit off so that when I go to die cut them, it'll be a little bit easier because we have different dies that can cut those out, as you can see. All right, so let's go ahead, let's get a couple more of these bigger ones, and we'll go to the thin long block. Grab out another one of these. That one I didn't get a really good inking on, but, and if you can see on here, it is supposed to have like those different fonts and, you know, grabbing the colors different way. I just didn't get a very good inking on that. Let me see if I can do a little bit better. Probably because, like I said, I haven't rubbed these on my brown paper sack, which usually takes some of that manufacturer finishing off. All right, I think that one's going to look a little bit better. All right. Let's see. Here's still some of the bigger words. know what, let me move in just a little bit more. How about that? That way you can see them a little bit better. There you go. All right. We have the peace and joy. And then we have a lot of what I would, oh, here's one more. Then we have more of just the linear or strip sentiments. The reason I call them that is that they're good for strips, just to make strips out of. So we have those two cards there. Let's get into these longer ones. I think I'm going to have to use this one for most of those. And I am going to put a couple on at a time. I just want to make sure I have them the right way. All right, so let's put one there. Let's try to make it a little more straight up and down. Let's put this one here. It's always hard to tell which way is up or down. There we go. And let's put a little, that is keep. All right, and let's do one more. That is love. So let's go ahead and get those all inked up. Let's go ahead, go this way. We'll do them all at once. We'll see how well it turns out. Hopefully, not all stamps have the exact same depth. So when you put them on a block like that and do a bunch at a time, you run the risk of some of them maybe not stamping very well. But that all looks pretty good. Again, the reason why that's a little spotty is only because there's probably some of that manufacturing finishing still on it. So like I said, usually when I get my new stamps, I will go ahead and rub them, take a brown paper sack from the grocery store and just rub them on there to get some of that finishing off. I do not use a nail file. I do not use an emery board. I do not use a pencil eraser. I like using something that I feel is a little less abrasive. So there's cheer all year. Oops. Yeah, most of these on. Love from my house to my home to yours. Now I am laying these on here. Usually I like to turn them upside down. That way they will lie out straight, because you can bend these, just so you know. Love from our home to yours. So there we have the my house, we have the our house. You know what, I think I'll do this one on a different block. How about that? I'll do that. Let me see if I have some smaller ones. Here we go. We'll put the Mary on there. How about that? And yes, you could take the stamp pad straight to the stamp. See how that one's a little, I'm going to show you. Because this one I put on the block. I didn't let it like release. So see how it's kind of curved? That's what you can do with these longer ones. So to combat that, you can just put it upside down, let it kind of situate itself, and then pick it up this way. And then it's going to be a little bit straighter. Let me show you. We'll do this one again. And see how now, oops, see how now it's straighter. I didn't get it inked as well though. All right, so that's those there. And that's, I mean, that's the nice thing about photopolymer. If these were clear mount, you would not be able to do that. But with the photopolymer, you can go ahead and put them down and let them naturally straighten out and then pick them up. want to make sure, do I have these upside down? Can't really tell. No. All right. All right. We have just 2 more here. And I think then that is all 19 of those that I want to try to put a little more straight on there. Yep, they're all off now. And the only reason I'm holding this down longer, you usually don't have to when you're just doing individuals, but because I have so many different stamps on there, I just wanted them to fully acclimate. And see how that the all the best. Let me go ahead. I don't even know where my brown paper sack is. So let me just go ahead. I'll just use my finger. So I'm going to have ink all over it. But we'll get some of that off there. And now let's go ahead and see if it stamps any better. I really think my brown paper sack works the best, but we'll see if this looks a little bit better. And you can see, look how much better that looks. Here, let me bring up the other one, just so you can see them at the same time. See how taking off some of that manufacturing residue makes it all the much better. And I didn't even hold this one down as long as I did that one. So yeah, it just little bit of rubbing on with your finger or on a brown paper sack is going to help. And I think I have this one I never stamped because I put it over here on this block. And this one looks like it's a little bit crooked too. Because see, here's the my home, here's the our home. All right, so let's see. There's a bunch of sentiments now ready to be cut out. Let's show you the dies. Like we said, there is 9 dies. Let me go ahead. Let me see if I can find my baby wipes and get my finger cleaned off just a little bit. And someone asked me if you could use a baby wipe to get off that. I feel like because of the moisture, it's not going to really take it off as much. I really think that using your thumb or the brown paper sack works the best. All right, my thumb's a little bit cleaner now. Go ahead. All right, so now we're going to do the cutouts. And on these, I'm going to be using red, and let's get a green out. All right, and let's show you. And these can all go through the baby. Let me, oh, you know what? It's just easier to use my main one. Put this off to the side here. So like I said, there's 8 dies. So to cut out, we're going to use, of course, platform 1, thin die adapter 2, and 2 3 plates. All right. And let's go ahead. Probably could get a lot of these all on one go through, but I'm not sure how that's really going to work. Oh, let me move back out a little bit for right now. There we go. Yeah, I have all of these still to clean. Let me put these off to the side here. All right, let's bring this up a little bit. That way you can see it. So I think I'm going to try to do a couple at a time on each of these. So over here we have the 8 dies. So we have 2 that are Christmas, one that's an outline, and one that's actually the script. So I'm going to do one in each of those. I'm going to do the Christmas in the green. I'm going to do the outline here, but I do want to show you something with that. All right, let's just go ahead and roll that through. Let me get that down. All right, let me see if, oops, there's my little eye too. All right, so on this, you can see, and that's my little eye that I would put right there, of course. But as you can see, this will layer on here perfectly. Oops, sorry, I'm a little off to the side. I have my little dot. Oops, there goes the dot down here. That would go right there. So that layer is really nice, but you also, let me show, here's the stamp. You also could stamp on this. And I haven't cleaned it off, so I'm not going to put it down directly, but I'll put this on top of it. But can you see that that would also stamp right on there? Like I said, there's still ink on there, so I'm not going to press it down. All right, so those are the two words. The two Christmas. Then we have a bunch of long and skinny that will work for those long and skinny strip sayings. We have two different sizes. I'm going to do one on each, and we'll just run these through for now. Oops, I moved that one just a little bit. There we go. All right, let's get all those on my, over here on my mat so we don't lose them. But here, you can see that's a nice ribbon. Look at that. Then here's this one with your stitching. Same on these, they're just the different sizes. All right, so that came off on the edge, so you could run a ribbon through there. Let's see if that also is on this one, and if I just didn't notice. No, this one's just square. There's not that little, oops, there's not that little slit like there is on this one for a ribbon. Okay, and then the last two are going to be this one. Ooh, that's not gonna, I don't know if that's gonna fit. I don't think that'll fit very good. So let's go ahead and do that one there. And let's take just a scrap of red I have over here. Make sure it's not, we'll do that on there. You know what, let's just do them both on the same card. All right, let me get those over here. So there you see that one has, poke that out. And then this little one, let me see. I'm gonna have to poke those out with my little take your pick tool because they seem a little, there we go. I don't like bending the cardstock too much, but there you are. So there's that one. All right, let me move this over to the side. Let's go over everything we just did. So we have our 8 dies. Get that little. So there's your 8 dies, and then there's your 19 different sayings. Some of them, remember, we doubled up. Okay. That's it, you guys. Come on back tomorrow on Sunday. I'll have a few cards made up, but we'll also make a card together using this stamp and die set. Thanks for watching, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. But most of all, have a great day. Bye for now.